Hey, welcome back to Turntable Guy. It's part two of the Sony CDP-570. I just went up to the mailbox to grab this. It just came in. This is our motor. We're going to open it up together. That was really fast shipping. I ordered this. I didn't order it on AliExpress. I ordered it on eBay. And I thought eBay would be super slow, but props to whatever store this was. It was actually really great shipping, tracking information, and very fast. Today is what, September? Hang on, I'll just turn on my computer. I can't remember what day it is anymore because I don't work anymore. Why does this not feel correct? Oh no, it does. What's today? Today is the 10th, so September the 10th. So I thought that was pretty good turnaround time. And there we go. There is our motor. Positive, negative. Seems just like the original, except there's very little printing on it. All right. I'm excited to see if this works. Let's grab the transport. We'll get the motor back in the transport sled, and I'm just going to put some power across it just to see if it is actually working. See if it's noisy, or never ordered a motor from eBay before. Get some comments saying, oh, you're buying junk, it's not going to last. But okay, it's already at 5.5 volts. It's spinning. And it's straight. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a little drop of oil. And it was interesting, when I got a message from the seller, they said these things could have been in storage for years, to actually lubricate it, and if it's noisy, just to let it run for a little while. It's already a little quieter. All right, that's good. We'll just, we know that works, so we're just going to let it sit upright for a second here. We'll turn off our power supply so we know it works. And now we'll go about putting it back where it belongs. So here's our motor board right here. And I'm just going to switch to some better glasses. And how are you guys seeing that? Oh, that's a little too far away. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. There's your motor board. Now I took some screws. Oops, wrong screwdriver. Figure out, so this went, it's been a little bit of time since I last did this. So now my brain's going to go, well, you want like this. Because this is the sled motor here, yeah. And then that, okay, so we got to know where the screws go. All right, so we're just going to take all these screws out of here. I just put them here for safekeeping. And we're going to warm up the iron. Get this soldered in place. And I guess what we'll do is, okay, so here's our negative and our positive. Hopefully they line up. They should. Positive, negative. Look at that. Like right on the money. Fantastic. Okay, so we're just going to tack those in place. Okay, turn off our iron. And here's our spindle platter. Now this is what I'm concerned about here. I am concerned that I did glue that piece back on where I left you last time in that video. And I'm hoping it's going to be straight. I'm hoping there's no wobble. If there's wobble, I'm probably going to break this off because there's enough of the shaft to get through that I should be able to just put a dab of glue somewhere on the shaft and get it to the right height. Now that's the thing. I've got to get it to the exact height. Now, I remember that when I pulled it off, it was barely above the base of the motor. So that'll give you a rough idea where we were. Okay, let's get this motor board reinstalled. So that goes through there, that goes through there. Our screw holes do line up, which is nice to see. You ever get that feeling that when things are going a little too well, something has to go wrong? So I guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay. Snug. Spindle motor in. One. And two. Well, look at that. That's pretty cool. My brain's going, where does all this crap go? So we know that's the springs here. That's the platter. These are suspension springs for the transport. Of course, nothing's in view. And then we've got the 4 feet here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these springs go inside those. They'll separate. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. And I'm not sure what these screws were. If they were for the body or not. Probably. I'm just going to put them over there. Okay. I'm just going to pause. I'm going to get the CD player back up here. And then we'll continue on. Actually, before we put the CD player on, let's put the transport back together. And these 4 shafts here go on these 4 rubber bushings, like that. And then I believe we can turn it over. And if I remember correctly, these are where our springs go, like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then our caps go on here, like this. Try this screwdriver here. I think that's how it goes. So remember when I was discussing the service manual for this thing? There is no service and or instruction manual for this model, but you can get service manual and instruction manual for the 670. Now, I don't know if that helps at all. But they look semi-similar, so at least you can get some drawings as to how, you know, it's put together. And what happened to the spring? How it's put together, and a schematic diagram that kind of gives you a rough idea. Now, the 670, I believe the difference with that one is it has Burr Brown DACs in it. So that would make it better sounding, just a higher quality digital to analog converter. That would be my guess, because from the outside they look pretty similar. All right, so that's that. Okay, I think now we can bring in our player. And we'll just zoom out. And if you remember, this operates the tray, and also makes the transport go up and down to activate the disc. So we got to make sure that's in the right position. Oops, can't lose this little nub here, because it actually goes in to this area here. And then this locks in like that. And then you'll see this activate right there. So that would be the fully in position. And then when the disc gets ejected, it goes down. And then fully in. Okay. What else? Let's get all these hooked up. Crap. I have to come through here. Okay, so this was the blue one, and the blue one went here. And this is the black one, and it goes here. I'm not going to tack down any wires at this point. I'm just going to kind of just put them in a place that's convenient, good enough. And this is still moving. There we go. So that's fully in. Okay. Clean the tray. The tray rides up here. Ooh, sorry. As far as I know, that's where it goes. I think. Where does it go here? No, that would go here. And it's not. Let's put this in the out position here, because I'm going to slide it in. Okay. Let's see if that's engaging. Engaging. I don't think it went up though. That's fully engaged. Okay. I'm just going to lock it there and just hope that that's right. I have a feeling it's not. I'm not sure what, maybe that's fully in. No, that's no good, because as it comes forward, it has to drop. So what's engaging the teeth here? I don't think I'm in the right slot here. Nope, I'm not. Okay, I got to pull this out again. I need to be in the lower slot. Okay, I'm going to say that is it there. How's this? Okay, that looks right. Down, all the way out, all the way out. So if this drawer kicks on, it's turning, it's not lifting. What are we missing here? It's got to be in that position. Oh, you know what? It could be that the last bit of this turn is not based on the drawer. It's based on the belt. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it in the fully in position. I'm gonna put the tray where I believe is the correct position. And now I'll probably I'm gonna take it off because I'm gonna seat the spindle, the turntable here. And I have a bad feeling that it's probably, I'm going to clean it with a little bit of alcohol, that it's going to probably crack as soon as I put it in. We don't want the alcohol to go into the top motor bearing. Just clean the shaft. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is not going to work. I should have probably tried this beforehand. I don't think this is going to fit. It just doesn't, it doesn't fit. This shaft might be too thick. Man. All right, you want to check something here before. I'll make it work. If I have to enlarge the hole with a drill, I'll do that a little bit. Like I said, this is this is probably an exercise in futility. It's for fun more than anything else. So there's our hole, and here's our shaft. And if I just put that over, it does seem like it is going in. I don't want to lubricate it. I don't want to push too hard because I'll end up damaging the motor. But I honestly think I'm gonna, although that fits. So it does fit, right? Okay, I am going to gently ream this out a little bit with a drill bit. I'm going to do it manually first, and I'm going to see if that helps at all. I'm just going to pause while I do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I used a 15th 64 bit to just gently ream that out just a little bit, and it's getting in there. It's still a little tight though. I'm afraid if I pull it back, and it looks like it's spinning true, which is good. I guess what we'll keep on doing here is we'll just keep pushing until we get to go where we want to be here. Just taking my time. I do not want to damage this. I probably should have did this outside of the player, but I'm just going to support the motor a little bit with my other finger here. There. Gently push down. Okay. I think that's where we want to be there. We're going to try that. I'm going to say it's probably 2 mil above. And we're going to see if that actually does it or not. Did I pull this out of the slot again? Okay, where's our disc clamp? Here's our disc clamp. Put our, this is all the way in, right? Yes. All the way in. That seems to be all the way in. And your screw goes here. Move that wire in there for a minute. We're going to find out in a sec if I'm too high, if I'm too low. I just don't know at this point. Just going to screw this down. And I'm just going to grab the faceplate. And I'm going to just hook it up in a way that I can control the CD player without having to attach it. That's just a headphone jack. I don't think I'm going to need that. I think we should be okay just to do this. And at the very least, see if it opens and closes. I'm going to plug it in. Okay. Power. Okay. Open. Well, we got something here. I think we're too high on the, I still need to go down on the platter, on the disc platter. I think it's getting jammed. And we do not want to bend this again, right? So I'm gonna give it another shot here. Let me unplug this. And oh, I forgot to hook up the disc spring. That's very important as well. Okay, we're gonna go down just a little bit more. So I get underneath here and hold it. I'm just gonna give it another little shot here. I think that's it. I don't know if I can go any more. Let me get the spring in. If I don't put the clamp on, I just want to see something here. I'll plug it back in. Power. Our laser is definitely focusing. No disc. Let's load this completely. That's too high. It's got to be low. It's got to drop more. It's got to be in that dropped position. I'm not getting anything now on the Now, I don't know if this activates a micro switch or not. Let me load this again. Okay, I don't want to bore you to tears with me fidgeting here. This is going to require a little bit of trial and error. So I'm going to play this with this a little bit. And when I come back, hopefully we've got the tray going in and out. So let me pause and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, we've got a little problem. Something's not adjusted correctly, or we've got a limit switch problem here. The disc is just going in and out. I can put a disc in, but it will not start spinning because I don't think the CD player knows. Oh, what's going on now? The motor underneath this, I don't know if you can see that. It's continuing to spin. Now it just stopped, did it? Yeah, something's not right here. Bad belt. I did boil that belt. I'm gonna try a new belt. So just hang on. Okay, I've been messing with the height of the spindle platter, and it's obviously very important that you achieve the correct height, not only so that the laser can read it, but so that the clamp here gets pressed up and off this lid so it can spin. I don't have the drawer in. I have changed the belt just with some crap belt I have, but I don't even have the drawer in right now. I just want to show you that we are getting reading, but it starts playing right away, and where is, let's pause. I don't know what the hell I just did there. Shuffle maybe. And the left channel's out because the RCA connectors are screwed back here. Look at the way they move. Undoubtedly cracked solder joints on the board there. So I'm gonna have to lift the board on this thing. But it's playing. This thing's in rough shape. Okay, that's pause. It looks like the red buttons maybe are fast forward and all that kind of crap. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so play. Play. Anyway, it's kind of going. So it's a step forward. So I'm going to keep playing with this thing and see if I can get that height adjusted. Oh, I hit eject. Bad idea. There's no tray to eject. Hang on, let's see if it lifts the disc. Hey, it did. See, what I noticed is that it's, oh, at that time it read the table of contents. Okay, so we're getting better. We're getting better. So pretty exciting that it's actually working. Just so you know, also, I'm just going to turn this off for a minute. My glue on that spindle platter, it broke off. So right now, the spindle is only attached by, I'm going to say, the last 3 or 4 millimeters of this. Now I've got the height correct here. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe removing this spring and putting a drop of crazy glue on there just to keep it from moving. I mean, it shouldn't move, but it's not exactly strong right now. And depending on how this disc loads, it could be a problem as well. Anyway, I'm going to pause here and be right back. This is the back side of the board. I just want you to see those pins for the RCA jacks. Can you see that? They're literally going up and down. There's like no solder connection at all. Talk about a totally, can you see that now? Totally dry solder connection. I'm going to go around this board and I'm going to touch up anything that seems dry. That's the only thing I've really found so far, but I am going to put it under my magnifying glass, go around, and I'm going to re-solder those connections. Okay, here's the problem I'm having. I took off the main board and I soldered the rear connections, so they're working. So this is without the tray in. I've got the height of the disc platter adjusted. I've got the disc clamp on. And if I hit play, okay, it's working. There's no rubbing. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to pull off the disc clamp, pull off the disc. I'm going to put the tray in. where it should be, which is right there. Pop the disc back in. Actually, I probably have to go in a little bit more. Sorry, right there. Okay, so right there. Put our disc clamp back on. And already having some issues here. Okay, right there. Let's try that again. Now it won't spin. Scraping along the no, I don't have enough height. And if I do try to get more height, I move the disc too far away from the laser. So I'll show you how it opens. So it is opening and closing. New belt's working great. It just doesn't have enough lift. It's scraping either on the platter. If I hold the platter down, I did get a reading there. Let's see. Okay, got it there. If I let go, obviously it's gonna move around. Let's just try and screw down the. We'll screw down the clamp so it's in the correct position. And we'll just eject it again. It's very something ain't right. I get a strike for that, and I don't know if it has something to do with the tray needing to be totally locked in position and this faceplate on, so it's perfectly sitting where it's supposed to sit. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep playing with it, and hopefully when I come back it is working again. Okay, I think I've got it to a place where I'm kind of happy. It's a little scrapey here and there, but I think it has a lot to do with this drawer. I don't know if it was damaged at some point, but I can't really complain. It reads pretty quick, and it is playing now. I'm going to call this one done. Am I 100% happy with it? No. It's still got an issue, and it's what I would really need is to replace that disc platter altogether. And I'm not happy that this broken piece is not back in there. It adds stability along the shaft. Right now, there's less, of this to grab onto the way it is. And I mean, it's working. I'm not going to complain. It was a dead player and now it's working. We put a new motor in it and it's running good, but it's not exactly where I'd love it to be. But I'm going to call it finished. I'll put it aside and maybe I'll work on it again in the future. Anyway, I thought you might find that one interesting. It's definitely a player that probably is not going to go into any kind of serious service due to its condition. But, it is what it is. And we'll just call it and leave it at that. So the Sony CDP-570, it's a 4 times oversampling digital filter, dual DA converter. And we put a new motor in it, gave it a checkup, service as best as we could. And I'd say it's working 99% right now. So a little bit of a win. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.